show, we told you about Roland Shepard and the 6 other players who were dropped from their team and then their school for refusing to play football under the Confederate flag. Here's Isaac Jaffe, managing editor of Sports Night, with an editorial comment. Isaac?
Thank you, Casey. Exaudio, compario, conloquor. That's a Latin phrase that translates to listen, to learn, to speak. Those words are carved into the stone arches that form the entrance to the undergraduate library at Tennessee Western University. This afternoon, an extraordinary young man named Roland Shepard made what had to have been an excruciating decision. He said he wasn't playing football under a Confederate flag. 6 of his teammates then chose not to let Shepard stand alone. And I choose to join them at this moment. In the history of the South, there's much to celebrate. And that flag is a desecration of all of it. It's a banner of hatred and separatism. It's a banner of ignorance and violence and a war that pitted brother against brother. And to ask young black men and women, young Jewish men and women, Asians, Native Americans, to ask Americans to walk beneath its shadow is a humiliation of irreducible proportions. And we all know it. Tennessee Western has produced some outstanding alumni in the last 100 years. People of wisdom and vision, strength and compassion. One of them is Luther Sachs. Luther Sachs owns Continental Corp, which owns the Continental Sports Channel, which you're watching right now. Luther Sachs is a generous alumni contributor to Tennessee Western with a considerable influence over its chancellor, Davis Blake, and its board of trustees. Luther, you've got a phone call to make. You've got to call Chancellor Blake and tell him to take down that flag, or he can stop looking for your checks in the mail. You've got to put these young men back in the classroom, and I mean pronto. These boys are going to make you proud one day, Luther. I challenge you to do the right thing. Not an unreasonable request to make of a man whose alma mater declares exaudio, compario, conloquor, to listen, to learn, to speak. In the meantime, God go with you, Roland Shepard, and you 6 Southern gentlemen of Tennessee. God's not done with any of you yet.
That was our managing editor, Isaac Jaffe. We'll be back.